Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got breaking news. Montrezl Harrell will sign a 2-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird Gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we are hopping to the Sixers because we're not done building the roster. Yes, the offseason has been quiet since the PJ Tucker trade, but Montrezl Harrell signed to the Sixers, and it's exactly what we need. Before we get into all that, help your boy out. Y'all been killing it. Hit the like. It's free. Subscribe and ding the bell so you know when these videos drop or when we go live. Adrian Wojnarowski says, source, free agent center Montrezl Harrell is signing a 2-year deal with the Sixers, including a player option. Harrell brings more toughness to a team searching for it this offseason. He was the sixth man. This is big. He was the sixth man of the year with Doc Rivers / Sam Cassell in 2019-2020 season with the Clippers. So again, a guy who had his best season, not under just Doc Rivers, but also under Sam Cassell. Hasn't really been the same since they left, but has a lot of gas left in the tank, and he does the dirty work. Let's look a little bit more onto it. Harrell had charges of marijuana trafficking and reduced to a misdemeanor possession in Madison County Courthouse recently. Charges will be expunged from his record after 12 months if Harrell gets in no further legal trouble. So that's what we're going to make sure he does, stay out of legal trouble. But that is why his name has kind of went to the wayside for a lot of NBA teams who are trying to bring toughness to their team, because you didn't really know what was going on with his situation outside of basketball. When you look at the last thing that was said by Woj, is James Harden played a part in bringing Harrell to Philadelphia too, both with his contract and creating roster flexibility. Remember, he just gave up $15 million. He's like, here, take it back and make this team better. That is what a true competitor can do or will do for a roster that feels close, that needs toughness. We got PJ Tucker. We end up trading one of our draft picks for DeAnthony Melton. We got Eddie House, or however you say his name, right? Trying to build that old Houston team, so to say. We said James Harden recruiting them type of players. But the bench is still not worlds better, but it is better. It's more consistent, and it got a lot more toughness. Recruiting him takes on the role of a backup center with the Sixers. They have history together with the Rockets. And here's my thing. When Joel Embiid is out the game, Harrell, although he's a smaller center, can run with Harden and Maxey. Maxey want to get out on the break and go, and Trez is what you call a rim running center. He's not going to shoot mid-range shots. He's not going to shoot the three ball. He shot in the 26, 25% from three last season. He's not going to shoot threes or nothing, but he's going to run. He's going to set pick and rolls. That is what James Harden's game's built off. When you're with Joel Embiid, you want to pick and roll and pick and pop. But Joel Embiid's a monster. He can do whatever he needs to do. But a guy like Harrell will really help James Harden get to his spots, and it will make Harrell's job easier when you got a guy who averages double-digit assists, giving you easy buckets. Harrell's going to get rebounds that turn into points. He's going to get lobs that turn into buckets, and he's going to get passes from James Harden while being double-teamed, Harden being double-teamed. That makes Harrell's job so much easier. It's as simple as that. Let's take a look real quick at Trez's career, right? 15 and 16, he spent time with Houston. He was a young player, barely got any minutes. Look, 9.7 minutes, only averaged 3.6 points per game. Then he averaged 18.3 minutes, and it went up to 10. So the second year with James Harden, and I know James Harden was cooking back then, different player, but he averaged 10 points. 10 points. And since then, he's never averaged under 11. This was the year. Let's go past 17. Let's go past 18. 2019, he averaged 27.8 minutes off the bench. 27.8 minutes off the bench. We're not going to ask him to play that much. Regular season, he might get a little bit more minutes because Joel Embiid going to get that much needed rest. Postseason, you're asking for a tough 15, a tough 12, a tough 17 at the most. You're not going to play Harrell with Joel Embiid. You're not going to scrunch the floor down like we used to do with Ben Simmons on the court. But in 2019, 27.8 minutes, 18.6 points per game. Then he dropped down to 13. Then he went to 14. Then he went to 11. That is with the Lakers, Washington, and Charlotte. Again, his minutes decreased. 22, averaging about 13 and a half. 24, averaging about 14. 21 minutes, averaging about 11. And that's what you want for him. 20 minutes in the game to average about 11 or 12 points. 11 or 12 points. He's a hustle guy. He's going to be able to let you run small and be able to still match speed. He's a rim running center. He's not going to come here and just do anything crazy. The Dwight Howard signing paid off. Andre Drummond signing paid off. This is a smaller guy, but he brings toughness, and he could do something that Dwight and Andre couldn't do, which is rim run. And if you look at James Harden, he wants to hustle guys. You saw him try to make DeAndre Jordan look younger. He did throw some lobs to DeAndre Jordan. He's just over the hill. It's a rapsy scapsy for DeAndre Jordan, who's on another team. I forgot who signed him, but he is on another roster. Can you believe it? All that to say is, when we used to put Dwight Howard in, DeAndre Drummond, it made our team slower. Although they are both 7-foot guys or guys bigger than Trez can do the dirty things that they can do, but also run with Maxey, run with Harden, and still run with the guys who can either shoot the three, space the floor, or get it into Trez on a fast break. I like the signing. Again, 2-year player option, but he's always been relevant. He's not the same 2019 player, and he's not going to get the minutes to be the 2019 player. But what he's going to get is a nice 15 to 20 minutes, and what we're going to get is a tough 15 to 20 minutes played on the court, and I can't ask for more. Again, what does that mean for Charles Bassey, Paul Reed? We've been liking B-Ball Paul. He's still a little wet behind the ears on the defensive side. He can block, he can run, but he gets too many fouls. And we saw that sending some of the guys to the line, listen, you got 6 fouls. He's a backup player. If he fouls out, he fouls out. But he gets them in critical times where we already over the limit. So now you got the opposing team with 5 minutes left of a quarter. Every next foul, whether it's B-Ball Paul, whether it's James Harden, whether it's Tyrese Maxey, whether it's on a perimeter or down low, they're shooting free throws. And I hate having about 5 minutes left of a quarter and being in the bonus. It's not good. I would still like to see B-Ball Paul to continue to grow. Bassey's one thing, but I like what B-Ball Paul offers. He just got to fine-tune some things. But a 2-year, one with a player option, I love the signing. His name was not thrown out there for a bunch of teams because of the off-the-court situation. That got handled, and the Sixers continue to fill this roster with players who can contribute. We know who the stars are. Embiid, Harden, Maxey, even Tobias. And now you got role players in Tucker, Melton, Harrell. Keep stacking the roster up so we can have some depth to get through the season and finally get out the second round. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. For my Eagle fans, we'll be talking about the Detroit Lions very soon. If not today, tomorrow. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.